Question: discuss why capital is both a risk management tool and a source of risk. Your answer must integrate capital allocation, incentives, risk appetite, and governance. 10 marks. Section 1. Interpretation and key points. Quick awareness check. The buffer capital is the armor that protects the firm from insolvency when losses occur. The cost of armor capital is expensive. If you have too much, you become inefficient. If you have too little, you are vulnerable. Behavioral driver. The amount of capital a manager is given changes how they behave, often in ways the board didn't intend. Capacity versus appetite. Just because you can afford a loss, capacity, doesn't mean you should take the risk, appetite. Section 2. Logic breakdown. 1. Capital as a tool, protection. Capital serves as the ultimate risk management tool by providing a cushion for unexpected losses. In capital management, it ensures that even after a 1 in 200 year stress event, the firm can meet its obligations. It provides strategic flexibility, allowing the firm to write new business even in volatile markets. 2. Capital as a risk, the incentive trap. Capital is a source of risk because it influences incentives. If a business unit is overcapitalized, management may feel pressure from shareholders to put the capital to work. This can lead to aggressive underwriting or expansion into unknown markets just to maintain a high return on equity, ROE, pushing the firm beyond its stated risk appetite. 3. Governance and allocation risks. The process of capital allocation is a governance risk. If capital is allocated solely based on sophisticated models without professional judgment, it can lead to model optimization. Business units might game the model to appear less risky than they are just to receive a lower capital charge. 4. Capacity versus appetite confusion. A major failure in governance occurs when a firm confuses its capital capacity, how much it can lose, with its risk appetite, how much it wants to lose. Using capital as a crutch to support high-risk activities can lead to a hollowed-out firm that is compliant on paper but economically fragile. Section 3. High distinction model answer. Capital is the foundational risk management tool because it acts as a shock absorber against unexpected losses. By maintaining a buffer above the solvency capital requirement, SCR, a firm protects its policyholders and ensures long-term viability during systemic shocks. In this capacity, capital is a defensive asset that provides the firm with the risk capacity to withstand volatility and maintain stakeholder confidence. However, capital is simultaneously a potent source of risk because of the incentives it creates. Capital is not free. Shareholders expect a competitive return on the equity they provide. This creates a deployment risk. Management may be incentivized to pursue high-risk strategies to avoid the drag on return on equity, ROE, caused by holding idle capital. If not managed within a strict risk appetite framework, the very capital meant to protect the firm can drive it toward model-driven overconfidence and excessive risk-taking. The process of capital allocation further embeds governance risk. When capital is allocated mechanically across business units based on quantitative metrics, it can encourage siloed thinking and the manipulation of model parameters to lower capital charges. Effective governance requires looking past the numbers to understand the external business environment. For example, a business unit may appear well capitalized on a historical basis, but changes in inflation or regulation may have rendered its risk-adjusted return unsustainable. Ultimately, the dual nature of capital requires constant monitoring within the actuarial control cycle. Professionalism dictates that capital should not be treated merely as a technical constraint to be optimized, but as a strategic resource that requires professional judgment. A firm that treats capital as a static tool ignores its dynamic role in shaping behavior, potentially leading to a scenario where the firm is technically solvent but culturally predisposed to a catastrophic failure.